Hello, welcome back to the studio workstation. I introduced this in a video yesterday. It's going to be a staging area. We can try some things. I've got a lot of ideas. They're not always good, but I need an area to test them out. This is that area. Yesterday, we did a project where we took a 16-inch laptop and we expanded the desktop to a 19-inch TV monitor to make a bigger screen for us to see our programs like Virtual DJ, Rekordbox, or Serato. I didn't say why we did it, and the reason we did it was, well, some of us need a little help when it comes to reading text up close, so a bigger screen is definitely helpful. I don't know if I'm going to use this on the road, but it's an idea I wanted to just share with everybody and try to work out. And we did several different configurations until we finally came up with something that looks like this. The laptop is sitting here on the tabletop of the workstation. Of course, we have a controller, and our monitor is sitting here. As I was editing yesterday's video, it occurred to me that the setup's going to work great if you're just playing music, but if you're piping out something like music video to a bar or alternately karaoke to a screen, it's not going to work because we've used our extended desktop for our monitor for our software. So we're going to need 3 monitors for this. I'm not sure how to do it. I've never done it before, but I have an idea. Many of you have probably done it before. I haven't. I did order something from Amazon. We're going to open today and try. And I bought something else too. Now I'm using this Insignia 19-inch TV that Blanca found out to the road. Somebody was throwing it away. Brought it home. I've used it for karaoke. I've used it to try things like music video with extended desktop. And I said you could go to Walmart and you could buy a $74 Roku TV that was 24 inches and use that if you want to. But I didn't want to spend the $74. And I didn't. I did not go to Walmart, and I did not spend $74. Your eyes do not deceive you. This is a Pioneer TV. It's an Xumo TV, which is a smart TV thing. It's not a Fire Stick. It's not a Roku like everyone uses. It's something called a Xumo. Model number PN24-551-24U. $69.99 or $69.95 or something like that at Best Buy. Out the door, I was under the $74 that I was going to spend before taxes at Walmart. Now, we can put this box away, and I can show you the differences between the old TV and the new TV. 19 inches versus 24 inches. We're about an inch taller here. It's about 3 inches wider. I've got everything set up with the HDMI cable into our Pioneer TV. I'm going to go ahead and turn it on with the remote control. You can reach under it and do it too. It's showing me connected HDMI 1. I don't know how to make it automatically go to that. But once it's here, I can simply press the enter button on the remote. It switches to that screen. I've got the brightness turned down. It was kind of bright before, but that's a nice big screen. What do you think? It says Pioneer on it. That's pretty cool. Let's have a closer look. With tennis shoes on, which I always wear, I'm a little over 6 feet tall. Where I've got the camera positioned right now is about what my perspective is going to be sitting in front of the DJ booth looking down at the controller and the monitor. And I'm looking down on the monitor at an awkward angle. I don't really like it. It needs to tilt back. Your laptop tilts back, and that's helpful, but this does not with the base it has. So maybe some adjustments can be made here. I had some ideas. Like I said, they're not all good ones, but first thing is, let's go ahead and test it out. If we tilted this back a little bit, what would it look like? We may lose picture because the cable may get wonky on us. Okay, that's more straight on, right? Well, what if, get this cable out of the way here. What if we came down just a little bit? Oh, look at that. This up here, let me adjust the camera a little bit. It's resting right on the top of this Headliner Indio DJ booth. And what's cool about this is not only do I have a great screen angle, but everything is below this line, including the laptop. So you're going to have a great line of sight of your audience. The gap here is a little big though. So we're going to have to work on that. All right, it's TV surgery time. Let's go ahead and remove the legs. One of my concerns was how I had the TV laying on the top of that DJ booth. How's it going to stay there and not slip and fall off? I came up with a really weird idea, and we're going to go with it. Is it a great idea? No, it's not, but it's an idea, and we're going to give it a try. So these are cable ties. NLFX has them. And what I did was I put two of these cable ties together, where the NLFX label is facing out no matter which way you flip it. They're stuck together, right? See that? And then I found these little bitty screws and little bitty washers in my hardware. What I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt to attach this Velcro to the TV mount using these little screws that do indeed fit. This requires no cutting or anything. This is where the Velcro would like go in itself, like to make a cable Velcro tie thing. So we're just putting the screw through that. We're not cutting any holes or anything like that. And the washer is taking up the space to hold that in place. Again, a lot of ideas, not all good ones. Just going to snug them up with the screwdriver a little bit so they're good and tight. Not going anywhere. Get that straight. It's pretty straight. Now, the only bummer is these washers are so big that I covered up my little Pioneer logo back here. Oh well. I could take this Velcro. Well, you can see this. And I can wrap it around this post. You're going to do a lot more graceful with two hands than I am with one. There's one. And there's two. I really like this a lot. I thought it was going to be more convoluted than this. The Velcro back here, I thought was going to be kind of the start of it. I had this big chunk of foam I was ready to use, and no, this is fine. I love this. This orientation is great. All I did was strap the Velcro to the back of this table, this rod here. It can't go anywhere. It's not going to slide down and fall or anything. It's fine. Now, you could secure it better if you wanted to, but I believe this is just fine. Let's power everything up and see what we got. So I'm dead curious. Guys, this is super cool. I can tilt this back and see it. This is already tilted back. It's perfect. Like if I'm standing here and DJing, I'm looking right down at the screen. There's no looking kind of down and over. I'm looking right over the tabletop. There's nothing obstructing my view. I got a Pioneer logo here and a Pioneer logo here. That's fun. And all it is a couple Velcro straps with removing the legs. It's going to be easier to transport that way anyway. I really dig this. Let's go ahead and open up VDJ. Look at that. That is beautiful. That is so cool. So I can come over here, not to block the camera, and find a track. Load it. And press play. I can search for another track in my folder. I can load it. And press play. Look at that. Too cool. I dig this. Now, some of you are going to hate what I did here. Some of you maybe are a little shorter and you don't care about this. But man, what an improvement. What an improvement. I really dig this. As I marvel at our setup, which I love, I've got the Alienware Active System Diagnostics thing open. I can watch that on my desktop if I want. I've got my VDJ running on our big Pioneer screen. Love how it's position and everything else. You may not like it, but yeah, I gave it a try. I really like it. But there's one thing missing. What if you're doing karaoke or music video and you need to put a signal out to the house? Well, I've got one HDMI out port on my computer. What if I could use this cable right here, which is a USB-C to HDMI, to go to that monitor, and then use the HDMI out of the computer to go to what would be the house system. The reason I want to do it like that is because every place I've ever worked that does music video or karaoke and they want video to go out to house gives you an HDMI feed. They're not giving you a USB-C or anything like that. So I want to free up HDMI on this machine to go out to whoever's watching screens in the room, be it karaoke or video. And my monitor, I don't see any reason why it can't be USB-C. In my case, I'm going to use a Thunderbolt port in the back of this laptop and try this for the very first time. Let's see how it goes. I've got what's called a Thunderbolt port back here. It's USB-C, but it's Thunderbolt, which is like a really good USB-C. I think you can run even a USB 3 to HDMI or a regular USB-C to HDMI, but we're going to use the Thunderbolt because it's available. And then for the monitor that's going out to karaoke, I'm going to use a regular old HDMI cable and plug it in right there. And it works. Look at that. I've got a karaoke monitor. I've still got my big software monitor, and the desktop is running diagnostics. Here's how I did it. Again, HDMI out of the computer into the karaoke monitor. And then I ran a USB-C to HDMI cable out of my Thunderbolt port into my software monitor above my controller. What you have to do is go into display preferences on Windows, and it'll show you the screen orientation. You can change it around however you want. There's an identifier in there where you can click on it and it shows you screen 1, 2, and 3. You put them in the order you want, you drag and drop what you want on each individual monitor, and away you go. And I know a lot of you were saying, hey man, this is pretty elementary stuff. I think most of us know how this works. I didn't. I'm kind of a tech idiot, and I figured it out. And I'm doing this off of my laptop, which is really nice. Now, some people in the comment section said, you know, you could get a touchscreen monitor if you wanted to. And yeah, if I use touchscreen, that'd be a great idea, but I don't. So let's say that you have a laptop with a touchscreen and you're running a DMX software. You could run that DMX software off of the touchscreen on your laptop and have a regular old cheap TV like I've got here as your software monitor. But yeah, I think it's pretty neat. What do you think? Let me know in the comments section. Thanks so much for watching. Thank you so much for all the views on the last video. I really appreciate all of your likes and I love your comments. Give me your feedback. I'm stuck at 66.3 thousand subscribers. Doesn't sound like much to some of you. Sounds like a lot to others. But I'd appreciate it if you haven't subscribed to go ahead and do that and hit the notification bell so you know whenever I post a new video. They're always weird. I've got a lot of ideas. Like I said, they're not all good, but here's one. And I hope you got something out of it. Once again, thanks for watching. Practice and enjoy.